Hi, I'm Brooks Kubena, and I'm here with Clear Lake basketball coach, Coach Penders, and they're off of a 13-1 district season. Coach, this will be your third season as head coach of the Falcons. Your first season, the team was possibly a couple of baskets away from a playoff berth. The second, you had a tiebreaker game against Clearbrook. This year, you have a co-championship team. Now, could you credit this steadily progression with the players to coming to understand your system better over the years, or is there something else that...
I think that's a little bit of it, but at the same time, I also think that it's leadership as far as the kids are concerned. You got to realize a couple of years ago we had given the keys to Rob Lewis and Paris Clayton to run the team because they were the only guards capable of running the team at our school. When you do that with 14 and 15-year-old kids, you're going to struggle some. And then last year they got a little bit older, as did the rest of the team, and we just kept progressing. And then this year I think it's hunger. I think hunger and experience, and of course talent. We have talent at all positions, and we're very deep.
So that the depth throughout this season, how has that helped you all through?
Depth has been a major factor in all of our big wins against tough teams. We've had to use our biggest strength, which is our depth. We have guys like Aaron Quintanilla who can give you a jolt. I mean, he can give you energy and spirit. And then you have guys like Connor Bruto, who is a 3-year player. He comes off the bench, nothing rattles him. I mean, he's ready to go. Our front court, very deep, with Jordan Davis and Colton Krennick, both. And then you have Blackmar and Mark Skoll. We're very, very, very deep.
So we can all look at the standings and see the team's record and like numbers that the school hasn't seen since 2006 when McDonald and his team went off into the regionals. But we can't see what's behind the scenes, things that go in practice, in the weight room, in film. What is it about this group that makes them most successful in those kind of things?
They deal with the ups and downs appropriately, and by that I mean when we had a lot of success, which pretty much has been 100% of the season, we have not gotten too consumed with ourselves, and we've always been willing to continue to work. And then on the contrary, when we've lost a tough game, we've been able to bounce back and stay focused, which is a great quality. It's not a good quality, it is a great quality. And you know, in the weight room you have to work hard. Practice, you have to focus. It's very hard to focus. Basketball is the longest season in high school sports, and it's hard to stay focused, you know, 6-7 days a week, whatever it is. And these guys have done a tremendous job of that.
So you talk about tough losses like back in the CCISD tournament
Sure.
with Brook, and then again in the season. Games like that were maybe just a kind of a slow start, maybe have costed a little bit of the game. How is that going to be learned in a process in games like in the playoffs? How is that going to be kept from happening?
Yeah, a slow start. We're not a great starting team, but we're not a poor starting team. I would like for us to become a great starting team, and I think in the playoffs, when you go out there and you relax, where you're not all jittery and on edge, I think if you go out there and relax, you're going to get off to a good start. Now, what's interesting about the game on Tuesday is we have 2 playoff veteran teams. You know, both teams have been there before, so I think the more focused group between 2 great teams, the more focused group is going to be the team that wins.
And this team, Elkins, is a very good team. There's someone that you scrimmaged
Sure.
earlier in the year. Through the process of the whole year, what are the different kind of things that you can be able to prepare for against them?
Well, one thing you don't want to do is you don't want to take too much into the scrimmage. And I'm sure Elkins is feeling the same way. We're 2 totally different teams. But some of the things that we have to work on for Elkins are guarding 5 guys. A lot of teams, you have to concentrate your energy solely on 1 or 2 people. Well, they can beat you from multiple positions, and that's something to be concerned with. Now every team has, at this level, every team has a stud. When you're dealing with a top 25 team in the state, they do have a stud in Branford Jones, and we have a stud defender too in William West. So we're going to have to focus on guarding him too. Team defense, which that's been our strength. That's the reality is our team defense has been our strength. So if we play to our strength, which is that, I think you're going to see a good Clear Lake group out on the floor.
So, with the defense that this defense has shown throughout the year, do you think there's something in the size disadvantage? Like sometimes, you've got several guards playing in the game, like Aaron Quintanilla, West, Lewis, Ruda, people that are under 6 foot. Does that ever play a role in a game, or how do you think they overcome some of that?
I really don't. I think size is the most overrated factor when it comes to basketball. However, we're not small. When you look at maybe a Rob Lewis, Paris, Clayton, Quintanilla, those kids are strong and they play very physical. William West. So I think size is a little overrated. We've been a good rebounding team. Now, Krennic and Jordan Davis supply a major load when it comes down to rebounding. But I also think that we don't need to look at size. Size doesn't have any impact on. Look at UConn last year. I mean, they play 4 guards, and all the best teams in the country with college basketball, high school basketball play 4 guards or three guards and 2 bigs. So, I mean, our bigs are not that big, and they play big.
So do you feel like having that kind of lineup allows you all to play at a faster tempo that people can't keep up with?
I don't know if they can't keep up with. I think it's hard. You kind of wear teams down, and when you figure, we play 10 kids a game. So when you play 10 kids a game, you have a good chance of wearing out your opponent, and that we've been able to do.
So what do you think is one of the things that you need to focus on that'll keep you going throughout the playoffs and get you to where y'all need to go?
Pushing the ball, without a doubt, is going to be important. Also penetration, we want to get into the lane and create opportunities for our big men, for our guards inside, big men down low, or a wing on, setting up to shoot, and that all happens off of penetration. So that's one thing we want to do. The other is continue not to beat ourselves, and I believe there cannot be another high school basketball team in the state that averages only 10.3 turnovers. I mean, that's incredible for kids, age 15 to 18 to only average 10 turnovers a game. We haven't beaten ourselves. So if we continue to do that, I think we can make a very long run.
All right. And we wish you the very best of luck in all of the games that you have upcoming.
Thanks, Brooks. It's always good to be with you.
Okay, well that's all we have today. I'm Bruce Kubena. We didn't cheat you this time. We'll see you next time.